everyone, Libby here. Hoping the filming in my kitchen is okay. Christy's got the study being school holidays and I wanted to film this for you. I promised you I would and discuss how my ketamine infusion went. Tried to show my vlogs of kind of what I went through so people can sort of see what it's all about. But I thought I'd just do more of a formal sit down video as well. Obviously, I'm not a doctor, so make sure you listen to whatever your doctor suggests and recommends. In Australia, I don't know whether it's all ketamine infusions are the same as mine. I went into hospital as a private patient, private hospital. I don't know, you can go through the public system to get one. I guess maybe pay for it you can, but I don't know how that works. Anyway, mine was through in a public hospital and it was for a full 7-day treatment. Again, I'm not quite sure what the goal was with the doctor of how high he wanted me to go. I went up to 9 milliliters per hour. When they tried on 10 milliliters per hour twice, I had a negative reaction, or they said I couldn't tolerate that level. I got all very numb through the mouth. I felt like I'd been to the dentist and been given 101 numbing needles. That's what it felt like, and I was starting to slur my words a little bit as well because of the medication. So I was shot back to 9. That's what I stayed on for the whole time. Besides the first 24 hours, it was pretty uneventful really. So the first night I was very awake and time seemed to be a little bit surreal. It was like when if you're really tired, you keep waking up from a sleep and you don't know what's going on. I felt like that, but I hadn't went to sleep and I kept on losing track of time. I thought a few minutes had passed and then the lady, the nurse would say, no, it's been a few hours. So time was very weird, and the next morning I did have a sort of a weird, I think it was an under the drug influence sort of experience. Having never taken sort of recreational drugs, I don't really know, but I imagine that's what it's kind of like. It didn't last too long and it wasn't a bad experience, it was just weird. Like looking through things sort of from an out-of-body experience, I guess it was, which I think is what happens when you can be under the influence of drugs. That's kind of what it was like. So yeah, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't bad and it didn't last long. I only had experienced that once. Other than that, once I got the medication dose right, it was pretty okay. Sometimes you just feel a bit out of it. I didn't feel like quite in control. I didn't feel quite like your normal self. Obviously you are influenced having got drugs just going through your system, but it wasn't bad. I was able to, go for a walk around, go visit my roommate from the first night after we got put into private rooms. And the only thing I took in movies to watch and books to read, and I didn't feel like doing any of that stuff, so I ended up just doing a lot of Disney planning and stuff. So, and next time I'd probably take some documentaries. I just wasn't in the mood for, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, but so make sure if you do go have a ketamine infusion, take a wide range of things to do. So that was basically the experience. I don't think there's much more to say. On Tuesday, I woke up and I had a bad day. Tuesday was not a good day. I thought it has not worked. It's been a fail. But Wednesday, Thursday, and today's Friday, I have felt much better. I'm back walking the dogs again, just doing short walks because I'm obviously very unfit at the moment and I haven't spent a lot of time on my feet. So I did the groceries yesterday as well. My feet got sore. That shopping today, my feet got sore really quite quickly. So obviously it's just going to take a bit of time, I guess, to build back up. But otherwise I feel okay. I've got a slight headache at the minute, but I get slight aches and pains on my hands and feet, but nothing compared to what I was experiencing before. So at the moment I would say it's been successful. Only time will tell. The doctors made it very clear I'm just to evaluate things overall, not to focus on any one day. There still will be bad days, but hopefully my bad day won't be as bad as bad day before. And I think that's what I'm finding already. So I did make some notes while I was actually in the hospital, and it's probably just as well because I'm sure I would have already forgotten what I wanted to mention for anyone who is going to have a ketamine infusion. And honestly, I would highly recommend it, even if it hadn't worked. I think to give it a go, and it's worth it. I think out of pocket we might be about $1,000, so yeah, it's not cheap, but if it gives me back a better quality of life than what I had before, it's so worth it. And the doctor had said it didn't work, I could go back in another month. Now, I think it said 4 to 6 weeks, whatever, and have another week-long infusion, and that would probably see better results. Even if it hadn't worked the first time, there's more chance that it would work the second time. Now apparently, every time you have a ketamine infusion, it's going to be a bit of a different experience. One of the nurses there said she'd had lots of them and every time was a bit different. Because I thought, okay, I've done one, I know what to expect and this is what it's going to be like, but apparently it's not necessarily the case. So she said every time it's a bit different, but you do also, your body gets a bit more resistant to it, or, and that's the right word, tolerates better. So next time I would go probably a higher level than a 9 next time they would expect me to reach. Your body must get a bit more accustomed to it, maybe that's the right word. So okay, so the notes that I made for anyone who is going to go and have a ketamine infusion, I don't think there's any particular order, so I'll just go through what I've written down. I recommend showering as late as possible before you go in to admission, so you don't have to worry about the first day to day and a half that you're in there, because once you're on the drip, they don't really like to disconnect you from the drip to change your shirt. So I found I would usually go a day and a half before I changed my top, which sometimes wasn't the easiest because a few times I would wake up really hot and sweaty. I'm not sure whether that was from the medication or from the air conditioning or just from me, I don't know. But yeah, it's a hassle to change your top. So even though you shower every day because you can remove your top, hang it on your drip and then re-put it back on. So it's just, I recommend that, leave it as late as possible. So when you go in, you are very fresh. And especially in that first 24 hours is probably going to be the roughest I think it's going to get for you, hopefully. And it wasn't that bad, but that's probably the worst time period. So you don't have to worry about getting changed or changing your top. I think that's good. I didn't know when I went in, I just stayed in my clothes. I had bra on and everything. So that night I had to obviously get disconnected to change into my jammies. So I would also recommend once you get there, if you're not sure, just even ask the nurse, should I get into my jammies now? But next time I'll be just doing that. I'll be getting my jammies straight away because I just stayed in my jammies the whole week. Because you're in your bed or in your room pretty much the whole time, most of the time except for when you may go for a wander. So yeah, you really want to be really comfortable. That's priority. If you want to wear clothes, make sure they're really comfortable. Another thing to do if you want to change tops is if you do have to have a cannula change, I went through 5 in my 7 days. They fell out, 2 fell out, 1 just, and the other 2 my body just wasn't happy with and they were causing a lot of pain. So I went with 5. So anytime they changed a cannula, I said, okay, quick, can I change my top while I'm disconnected? So that's another good opportunity to do that as well. I also took a jacket and some long sleeve tops, but I never wore them. It was quite, I was very comfortable in short sleeve jammies. I think the last day I put a jacket on over the top when my cannula was up my wrist, my elbow at that stage, that one. So I just put that on over the top and just had the cord out the bottom. But most of the time I'd warm if anything in the hospital. I guess all hospitals might be a bit different, I don't know. I was expecting to be really cold in the hospital, but I was warm if anything. So just, again, if you have some things, like if I went again, I was going in a different season, I was taking like winter jammies. I'd have other seasons, have a few sets at home that someone can bring in if I realise I've taken the wrong stuff in. So you can just say, go grab that set and bring it in for me. I ended up taking some juice in that I could add to water, just to have some sort of flavoured water. There was a fridge that we could put drinks in. I just stuck a label so who the drink was for. And I saw other people yogurts and things like that. So if you've got any real favourite foods that you like, I think you can just check it out with your hospital, but we were able to take things in. So, and I suggested taking things that are easy to read or watch. And so next time I'll just take some shows that, I think I did Grand Designs or Selling Houses, things that I like to watch but I never get around to watching at home, things that are easy to watch is what I would prefer anyway. So I'm just written a note about visitors. Because you do feel a bit out of it, you're probably only really going to want visitors that are really close to you. Like I just had my family in. I don't know, I'd really want friends, and because sometimes it would change how you felt at different times, or so that's just up to you, I guess. But even on the, I've written here, even on the last hour until they started reducing the medication, I was still getting a bit facial sort of aches and feeling very spacey. So just to keep that in mind. The other lady who was in there, my friend, was she didn't want anyone to come in. I think her ex-husband was the only one she allowed in. She didn't want a daughter in there or anything either. She just wasn't, because she just didn't feel like herself and she was just not feeling great. So she didn't want any visitors. So it's the kind of thing, people say, can we come visit you? You might want to say, or let's just play it by ear and see how you go. I was lucky a few times that mum and dad come in that they were in a good, when I was feeling good, and then after that I didn't feel so good. I thought, I'm glad they came in then. So yes, well, I think that's all I have to say. I wrote a list of packing things, but I think I'm going to do a blog post on that. I think I will do I can run through it quickly for you. I'll do that while I'm here. I suggested here 3 to 4 sets of PJs, short sleeve, underpants, shampoo and conditioner, toothbrush and toothpaste, a body wash and a loofah or a deodorant, moisturiser. I'm just using my night moisturiser just day and night because again being in air conditioning it can be quite drying. And an eye cream. I don't know why about the eye cream, I can't remember. I might use it once or twice. A lip balm. Definitely take a lip balm, especially if you're used to using one. And slip-on shoes. I just wore my Crocs. You may want some slippers. But just something that you slide in and out just for going for a walk around the little block or to go and get some drink or whatever you want to do. I took in my iPad and a Kindle, my phone, charger. I was just taking a notebook in if you want to write your notes down. And I took in a colouring book and some pencils, which I think I did that once. So there's some things more for myself to remember too, because I took things in that I didn't use and I think, well, next time I won't take them in. And just to help me remember next time I go, because obviously if it's been a success, there'll be a next time. The prognosis for it is you hope to get 6 to 12 months. My doctor has said anything less than 3 months and it's probably not worth going back again. So we'll just see. Hopefully I will get longer, but you just don't know. So I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else at the moment. I hope this made sense in conjunction with the videos, the vlogs that I filmed in there. Yeah, if you've got any questions about anything, just let me know and I'll see if I can help. But as I will say, it's a very individual experience. At this stage, even if I had it worked, I would recommend giving it a go because it worked for some people. Doesn't work for everyone, but it works for some people, and to me that's worth a shot at. Anyway, I will talk to you all again very soon. Goodbye.